this quite incredible movement aesthetic that we have been witnessing tonight. So thank you, Victor. It was really amazing. And actually, all I'm going to do is I'm going to ask 2 questions today, which are about the world that we went into, about the physical world and the narrative world that we've been on for the last, I don't even know how long it was, but I was gripped. An hour and 10 minutes, wow, okay. So, and welcome to Anne. So my first question really is, Victor, you started life out as a b-boy, and then you've gone on this amazing movement journey. So I'm quite interested in just hearing a bit from you and a bit from the company about the movement aesthetic that you bring to the company, and particularly from you, Victor, what you're trying to create with the company.
I'll try to make it as quick and as short
as possible. Yeah, it's a big question.
Because I guess, you know, as a young child, 7, 8 years old, in the early 80s in Los Angeles, surrounded by hip-hop culture, specifically the dance part of that. I grew up in that freestyle hip-hop world. About 16, 17, I was introduced to a bigger or formal dance world, more art, the art with a capital A world, which kind of opened up my blinders. So it wasn't just specifically b-boying or popping or freestyling in ciphers, but thinking about dance as an art form that could actually do something in a big way. And so classical and contemporary training from there on, all the way until the point that I was with classical companies doing classical work, with Twyla Tharp and with Elliot Feld and with Les Grands Canadiens. So a big spectrum, starting from street dancing all the way to concert classical dancing. And so that melange, that mixture was living in my body, and I started Rubberbandance group so I could see that outside of my body on other bodies in the room, in the space. A quick bio of...
Well, my background is classical. I trained classically. I did all the curriculum, as we know. And then in my early career, I danced with Les Grands Canadiens, and the Netherlands Dance Theatre, and then Gulbenkian in Portugal. So as a young performer, I had the chance to work with some of our great contemporary creators. And so I had already sort of did the bridge from very, very classical to contemporary. But when I met Victor 10 years ago, I had never done anything close to breakdance or hip-hop or anything like that at all. It was like a completely different planet to me, or world, or it's very, very foreign to me. So I learned everything with this guy and with the people that I work with that are very, very specialists in that field. And yeah, I just take it step by step and learn from there. But I guess when I met Victor, I think why I was able to connect with what he was doing is because it wasn't just hip hop, it wasn't just breakdance. I knew just by working with him in the studio, I recognized a lot of the methods that other contemporary choreographers work, and I recognized a lot of the refinement and the rigor of the work, and so I just approached it as another contemporary language, just another, quite unique, yes, and I had a lot of new tools to learn that I didn't know, obviously, on the floor and all that stuff, but it didn't discourage me, because the way that he approached it was always through choreography, was always through my body, and starting step by step, brick by brick, to push me more outside of my box, but always respecting what I could do, and always also using the rest of the tools that I was capable of doing in the choreography. So just felt like I was adding stuff to what I already know, rather than throwing away to just become something else. Just felt like I was adding. I try to be short.
And when I met Anne, I had a great respect for her, because she had come her baggage was NDT, and she had worked with Yuri Killian, and she had worked with Paul Lightfoot, and she had done creations with these masters that I admired. And so I knew I couldn't bullshit her. I had to come, she had worked with very intelligent creators, so it pushed me also to up my game.
Hi. So when I began dancing, I was a little all over the place as well. I actually started with gymnastics when I was really young, and then did a lot of jazz and tap. And then I got older, and I went to school in New York City at the Juilliard School, and started training there a little bit more in classical modern and ballet. Upon graduation, I danced with the Atlanta Ballet in Georgia, in the United States, for 3 years. Met Victor there, my third year there. He was setting a piece. Left and joined Rubberbandance Group, and I've been with the company for 3 years now. And yeah, it's been an amazing experience. From my gymnastics training, I was comfortable on my hands, but the b-boy foundation and that floor work was new to me. I like to think I can pick it up quickly, but it was a new world for me, and it was really amazing learning from everybody in here, and these guys are amazing. So yeah, that's a little bit about my background.
Hi, I guess I'm from the other spectrum of the rainbow. I